Hi, my name is Tom Chapin, and welcome to Just Outdoors, Itasca Community TV. We're going to be presenting a show today that I think everybody will enjoy. This ICTV Just Outdoors is to bring you the bare facts about the woods, waters, and wildlife of Itasca County. And boy, we have one today. We have one that's going to go out of Itasca County, and we'll be talking about that. But we're going to be talking to a famous snowmobiler from Grand Rapids, Paul Dick. Welcome, Paul Dick,
thank you.
to the show. We're just going to kind of ad-lib this and just go through something you're going to be doing here in February. You're going to be making a trip, a long trip. You have made 2 trips before that I'm aware of that you've gone a long ways. You went to Churchill, which is on the Hudson Bay. Mm-hmm. This was about 4 years ago, I think, something like that. And then 2 years ago, you made the big trip to Alaska.
Up to
Fairbanks, and that was about a 5,000-mile trip on a snowmobile. And you go with 2 other guys on trips with them before?
Yep.
And you know them very well. You have to if you're going to be 20 to 30 to 40 days spending in the brush, going along on these trips. These are long trips. You're talking, that 5,000-mile trek you took to Alaska, and then before that you tried out at Hudson Bay, and now you've got a trip planned.
Well, we're going to go out to Labrador. It's Newfoundland, Labrador. It's way in the farthest northeast part of the North America.
Okay, we're sitting here right now.
And we're going to go down to, you can't get around by Thunder Bay. We're going to go through, cross at Sault Ste. Marie, then head up to northern Quebec, up around here. And then hopefully we're going to come down by Vacoma or wherever it is, and then run this way. Although we're talking to people, there's no snow out there this year in this stretch. So we might have to go make a loop up to the north and stay up into the remote areas and come down. But that presents a problem because they got more gas to haul and there's no place to stay. Well, there is places, but we haven't coordinated all that yet.
It's pretty remote, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it is. And it's mountainous a little bit.
Yeah, there's mountains. Yeah, not real high there, nothing like the Alaska mountains. And then the plan is to get over here to, this is what they call Newfoundland Island. And there's a ferry here that we take across and go down here and stop. We know some people that live down here. And they were talking, Rob and Rex, my partners, that they wouldn't mind making another, as long as we've gone this far, to make another little dog leg up, 150, 200 miles north. And that way we can say we were at the farthest eastern point of
up along the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, not up very far, just like up to this area. Right.
But you'll be seeing the Atlantic Ocean, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that'll be your goal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then when we get there, and then we don't know exactly what we're going to do. How we're going to get the machines home, or what we're just going to play it by ear.
Well, sure.
So we talked about maybe renting a truck and leaving the machines there, or we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're leaving here around the middle of February.
Yep.
And so, how do you get across the bridge at Sault Ste. Marie? That's quite a bridge
there is. Apparently, and now...
You can't go across the bridge with your snowmobiles,
Well,
right?
you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, but they actually have a remote crossing about 8-10 miles east of the main bridge. It's actually for snowmobiles. And
Oh.
it's frozen, and they mark it with Christmas trees or whatever, and they have some type of a customs check-in, a remote deal we just call by phone, similar to what it is up in Lake of the Woods there. And so that's where we plan on crossing, and that's open now. I mean, there's enough snow there to pull that off.
Are you going to have to travel on ice across the river?
Oh yeah,
For a while?
it's open. You know, they shut it down if it's not safe or anything.
Okay, so they open up the snowmobiles across the water on the river there.
Yep.
And then, well, then boom, you're in Canada. And
Yep.
there you go.
And then we go from there. Is
So,
what the plan is.
are you going to be on, do you think, on a lot of snowmobile trails?
Oh God, yeah. This trip here, the whole up there through northern Quebec and up in here, there's a lot of trails, and that was our plan to drive on mostly trails, and that's what we're kind of set up for, you know, not so remote, you know, and so hopefully we'll plan it out so we can stop every 200, 250 miles and at some place and stay.
So your goal is try to get a couple hundred miles a day on.
Yeah, a couple hundred miles. That's why we put the extra tanks on
Yeah, we'll
the
go through
machines and stuff.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what happens when you get going, and you know, you can send the gas 30 miles, you got to go, well, then you 30 miles in, 30 miles out, and you burn 60 miles, and plus a lot of time. See, now this way we got enough fuel on board with us, we can make it a whole day.
Okay.
We'll just
So you
go.
can resupply, huh?
Yep, and then we
gas and
get wherever we're going, and
Yeah.
then you fill
But
it.
you're always going to have it. We'll go through that later, what you're towing here, but
Okay.
you're going to be taking extra gas. So once you get up, this is a big snowmobile area. The locals snowmobile a lot, don't they?
Oh yeah.
In that area? I mean, that's a big...
There's a lot of Canadians, they do it. It's a big thing up there.
Yeah.
Up in there.
But it seems like when you get, there's going to be enough snow once you get up in this area, isn't there?
We sure hope so. The sketchy part,
You're so close to
the
Hudson
way I
Bay.
understand it, it was right along this year, and I don't know if it has something to do with the sea trough or whatever. They said even it's always windy. You know, we've heard that. You know, the wind's always blowing. No snow or lots of snow or whatever, but there's always wind blowing in
Yeah,
there.
well, you're right along the ocean, basically, and that's always warmer.
Yeah, and the wind is a bugger. You know, it can be 20 above, and the wind blowing is worse than 30 below. It seems like, you know.
But you're going to be coated in insulation.
Yeah,
somewhat.
pretty much-
We'll take a
pretty
look
much
at
set
that
up
too
for
while
that,
you're
yeah.
traveling. So you're thinking that this is probably close to about a 4,000 mile trip.
That's pretty much so. Yeah, it might be a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, if it depends on the conditions. We're just going to take off like some vagabonds and run around the country until we find snow.
We find snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose once you get across Sault Ste. Marie, you're going to start seeing more snow, you would think.
We hope so, yeah.
And northern Michigan and Wisconsin, that's pret's snowy right now.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to have a pretty good...
So we're just going to, like I say, play it by ear. It's all we can do.
Okay, so and you're going to be leaving in the morning
Yep.
of a day, and that day we're going to show that when they
Okay.
leave. That's always a pretty good part of this program, is when they leave, because you're talking 25 to 30 days, maybe?
That's what we're thinking. Hopefully we can pull it off in 20 days.
20 days.
Yeah, 3 weeks. You know, that last one took us a lot longer because we were limited to where we could go.
Yeah.
I mean, some days we were only traveling 40, 50, 80 miles, I don't know, because of the deep slush and stuff.
yeah.
And this shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
so,
Well, that's a big chunk of North America that you're going
Yeah.
across. It's more than half when you go to the width here. you're cutting her through, and you're going so close to Hudson Bay. It's just amazing. You know, people think Hudson Bay is way up. Well, it is way up there, but
Yeah.
you know, look at this. You're right across there. So that looks like that gets pretty low area there. It's just us.
yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Rob. He's the map guy,
One of
and
your guys,
he
yeah.
does a good job of it.
Okay.
He's got a plan of attack, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, and then so that's what we do.
Okay, well, there's the trip, folks, that they're planning again, number 3. It takes special equipment. You're not going to go on this thing
No.
with something out of the stock, out of the showroom. You're going to, if you do get something new, you're going to modify whatever you got. Going to take a look at these modified machines that they have. They're Arctic Cats, brand new.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and they've been modified to hopefully make this trip with pretty much everything they need.
Yeah.
That includes gas.
They're pretty much, the machines are stock.
Stock, yeah.
But we just do stuff for durability.
Okay, tell us about the machine itself. What are you running here?
Well, they're a 600 cc Arctic Cat. This chassis is what they call the Catalyst. We went up to Churchill and up to Fairbanks. We ran a Norsman chassis, and this is kind of a new chassis, so to speak, out on a deal. It's just the design of the skis and the motors and etc. and so on and so forth. And these come with a 146 link track. The Norsmans were like a 150 something rather, and they make different lengths models. But we thought this would be the best for this type of a run. Still got a 1.6 track on it. That's the rubber lug underneath it.
Oh, that's so, wow.
It's for grabbing snow.
Yeah, so that's the 1.6 is the inches. Yeah. Fairly large, aren't they, compared to?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they work pretty good. This is what they call a Colbert track.
Okay.
And then we put studs in every other bar.
You put these studs in?
Yep. Yep.
There's a lot of studs in there.
Well, there is and there ain't. It's about the normal. A lot of racers put a lot more in.
Okay, so these studs are above the rubber here.
They stick up, I don't know, 8.
And these are, you're going to wear these down, right? Obviously.
They're pretty durable.
Oh.
There's a carbide insert in them.
Okay.
And a lot of times you'll bend them or break them before you wear them out.
Wear them out because they're so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's going across. You can run in gravel but for ice, they're pretty nice because that way you can stop and you get in certain places. You got some traction, more control.
Okay.
So, and then they discharge some snow and ice up underneath the tunnel.
Tell us about why that's necessary.
And that's where the cooling is, see. There's aluminum deals underneath the machine.
And that cools the engine?
Cools the engine.
Ah, so it's like a radiator.
That's like a radiator, but it's all aluminum. And then
there's no radiator on these?
Nope, not. They do make some models with radiators, but these don't have it.
But they got this system in there that's...
Yeah. And then when you go, it pukes up the ice and snow and hits that coolant that is already 110, 120 degrees or whatever it is, and then it cools the motor down, and that can be an issue. See, so if you go in a lot of no snow or low snow or whatever conditions, you don't have any coolant to cool your motor. So then we put these scratchers on here.
Okay, show us what the scratcher is.
A scratcher is well, it's basically a spring that pops down.
Pop that down.
See? And that's got pressure on it.
Okay, pick that up a few times so they can get that.
See, and then when you go, that spring drags in the ice or the snow or whatever's there, and then it sprays up, your track picks it up, and then flings it around, and it gets up and cools the cooler, and there's a big main cooler up in front of the machine also. And we've had different ones. They make cable ones that are on a cable you mount, and they just don't seem to have enough down pressure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, for ice, yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah. And the only thing bad about this particular one is you can't back up. If you do, you bend them.
Sure.
But you just remember.
But they also keep the track wet or whatever, don't they?
Yeah. Wet. And then what they call the high facts underneath.
Yeah, you got to lubricate that, don't you?
Yep.
With snow.
With snow or ice.
Or ice, and this helps that.
Oh yeah, that helps this also. But on this one here, on all three of them, we put the special high facts.
Oh, high facts is what?
That's this plastic down here.
That's what the track...
That's what the track runs on. All these clips do. They run on that high facts down there.
And that's wearable, right? I mean,
this is really wearable. And if you get no snow or low snow, you can actually wear out the high facts on the machines. But what we do is we put on different high facts. It's an aftermarket high facts, and inside of there is it's like a graphite insert. So when that gets hot, it discharges, and starts sweating, And they're pretty durable. They last a long time compared to the stock high
Regular
tank.
stock, yeah.
Yep.
Because, remember the old snowmobiles? I mean, if everybody remembers those from the 70s. First thing to wear out was Halifax on your machines, you know. And you could buy these long pieces of Halifax and put them in.
Yep.
Not easy to put in, but you could put them in.
But this is basically the same thing. They just slide onto the rail and they do it. But we've had pretty good luck with that, and hopefully we aren't going to have an issue. We're going to bring 3 sets along.
Oh,
just in case.
3 sets of Halifax.
Yeah,
Right.
because
But you're looking at a couple hours to change that, aren't you?
to change them?
Yeah.
No, you can whip them out in half an hour. I'd say all 3 machines.
Wow.
You don't even have to pull the suspension. You can pull it out. And,
okay.
And pull it out through the back of one of the windows in the track.
It's not the way that you did it years ago, though.
Yeah, no.
Different ballgame.
Yeah.
Well, that is something. So you feel
And
pretty good about
we
your
just
track.
put one. We ran 2 fiberglass overloads. On this one here, we couldn't do it because there's a
Overload springs.
springs.
For what reason?
Well, you're getting the load up. By the time you put all this stuff, extra gas tank on here and your bag and some parts, and then when you pull them boggins, they actually pull down also on there. And we've had pretty good luck. We were going to bring some extra torsion springs along, and we haven't broke them. So that fiberglass overload basically just it's a little helper.
Sure. It's like on a truck or something you want.
Yeah, so you aren't working that suspension to death, and so we've had good luck with them, and so that's what we're running on there. We put different rear axles in them. They come with one that we didn't really like the way it was. With 3 wheels, so we put a different one. It's an aftermarket one with 4 wheels.
Sounds like half of that is stuff you put on. I mean, all this modification.
Yeah,
right?
and then all this here, we put this on. These are the factory hitch and a different rear bumper.
Wait a minute, now you put what on this? This is.
Yep, we put that.
This didn't come with it?
No.
Oh.
No, we put that on there. It's all riveted in with huck rivets. And then these here are different. We put these on rather than the stock one.
These?
Yep, that bumper and this bumper, or hitch bumper and this one, because this one here's got some webbing, and we felt it was stronger for the.
Can you see in there? Yeah. Holy cow! Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is all yours.
Well, that's all.
That's to hold stuff on.
There's a lot of piecework here, but to get this gas tank to fit properly, and all these bags and everything, and you still got to be able to tie everything down.
Right.
When you put bags on top. Right. That's why we put a lot of tie downs on them.
Yeah.
And then,
okay, tell us about the gas now. You got extra gas. So what's going on here?
Well, this machine comes with 10 gallons of gas, and that's not a lot. And when you get going on hard pulling, if we have to hit snow, even 6 to 8 inches, that really sucks your fuel.
You're looking at maybe 8 to 10 miles a gallon?
And probably, yeah, you're getting down in there, yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes you can probably get up to 12, 14, we're not sure. So we hook up this is actually a marine can. It's and just so happened it fits this properly in there. I had to custom make all the brackets and everything.
Oh, these are custom made too here.
Yeah, everything's there's a lot of piecework.
Jeez.
But then you plumb them in there automatically. You got to do some. You take so this when you're all filled up, both tanks, this one goes empty first, okay, and then this one runs into the front one.
That's attached to the front, the regular tank.
Yep, run into there. So when you hook it up and it's vented, we shut the vent off of the front tank, and there's a vent back here. See, and the vent, but we run the vent back up underneath the hood, underneath this area up here, where it's warm, because otherwise, if you get a lot of snow dust, see, that'll actually freeze the vent. And if your vent's plugged, you got no gas. So that's what we fool around with these quite a bit.
What do you use first then? What gas do you use first?
This one goes first.
Oh, you use this gas first.
That goes first
and
automatically.
And then when it starts to run low, run out,
then it just takes over.
Automatically takes over from the other tank.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a spare tank on a ATV or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't have to switch over.
There's no valves, no nothing. You just take and.
So you came up with all this yourself, huh?
Well, it's nothing new. There's been people been running that. You know, we ran them up in Alaska for years and different things. And the amount of, you know, these.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, you pick up a lot of weight, and weight is an enemy. It's not. I think you can pick up probably 20, 30 pounds of ice, sometimes depends upon the condition. If it's real cold, it builds up on the running board, builds up underneath everywhere. And so you take that rubber hammer when you stop and just, you know, beat on the running boards and underneath it and knock the ice off the skid frame.
You got that in a ready position too.
Yep, you got to have it. You got to have everything. And then they're not in here yet, but we got 3 fire extinguishers they're bringing along. And they're all going to be mounted in the same place. The last time we went on a run...
You had a fire or something?
Yeah, we had a couple of them, and it was a bad deal. I mean, it could have put us out. We were lucky to get going again.
Well, where'd the fire start?
Well,
I mean...
on the white pipe, on Rob's machine. Yep, we were running through the bush up there. I mean, it was tough going, and there was a dead stick one in there laid on the white pipe. We didn't know, he tore the one out of there, one across the lake, and we stopped, and it started burning.
Smoking? Burning?
Yeah.
A flame?
The flame, yeah, it burned up the hole through the top of the hood and everything. So we were lucky to get out. Rex had a fire extinguisher on his machine. That's why we're bringing them.
Oh.
And
so you're bringing 3 of them, huh? One on each machine.
all in the same place. So you know.
On the same place.
Well, sure.
Well, sure.
Way, because if you got a fire, you know,
quick,
the pressure's on. And but we got that fire out on that one, and then we had to redo the hood. We got it home with some.
You know, I never think about a fire when you're driving a snowmobile. But...
Oh yeah, that happens to them. I don't know what they shut them down. I think what happens is the government made them burn so efficient or something that they got to burn the fumes up or something. Yeah. Something to that, to pollutant or whatever it is.
Reburn the fumes, sure.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to put in there. And plus, we got a lot of gear to put on, you know.
So this is just for your gear, and that's going to be sitting back here.
Yep, the Chevy strap on here, and then this is my machine. Yeah.
So are you going to have a tent?
Nope.
We're not
going to take a tent. We got a sleeping bag we're taking, a good one, a Wiggy. But hopefully we're not going to need a tent. We'll find a cabin or something.
Sleeping bag? Oh, okay. I was thinking sleeping bag, no tent.
If need be, we can still rough it. You know, we're bringing not a chainsaw, just a couple of saws. And if we have to build a fire someplace and hunker down, we can do. You know,
you brought a chainsaw last time?
Oh God, yeah. and we used it a lot. But that was quite a bit different.
Yeah, that's what.
Trip, you know.
So, okay, so let's go around here. You got.
Yeah, these are muffs. You know, they're the handlebar heaters. They work pretty good on these machines. I think no matter what kind you got.
So you get on there and.
You got a low.
I'm gonna get on this and just. Get on this, baby. Holy cow. If any of you are running old machines, this is not an old, this is different.
Yeah.
You're sitting up pretty high. I mean, I know we're raised up, but that's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you sit up, you know, years ago, when you sat down, you had your knees were up by your ears.
Not good,
you know?
Not good. But, and then you can, it's so easy to just take the pressure off there too.
Then this is electric start in reverse.
Here's your manual start, just in case, huh?
Just in case, and that's a good feature because the battery can go dead.
Are there some that don't have these?
Oh yeah,
electric?
yeah, like 4-strokes, I think, they don't have them. You know?
So another thing I noticed is how rough this is here. This is really made your base here where you put your feet. Well, your feet's not going to move on that, is it?
No, but they get slippery. See, is why they put them like that.
Yes.
I mean, ice builds up on there and everything, and then you've got to have some traction because otherwise you step on there, your feet leave Dodge.
It's not going to build up a lot of snow because you got the holes here. So
right. Although you'd be surprised how much builds.
Yeah, that's what this is
That's
for.
where you knock it off. Yeah. And then we didn't have.
What else you got here? It's modified.
We're not putting 2 windshields on. We had.
Oh, you did that last time.
We did that last couple trips, and fortunately we never used them.
Okay, tell us
But we might do it, I got a new one here. You know, you can, they're kind of easy to see, the configuration is the same. So that way, if one guy tips over, he might break 2 windshields, but then one of your partners can put one on. See, it's nice to have a, I know, I like the idea about having 2.
So what are you're gonna take this with you?
We might possibly. I'll see what.
Possibly.
I'll see
And
what.
how do you take them? Just like that?
Just like that. Yep. You know, we put zip ties and put them together, but they fit pretty good right into the.
So this is the same windshield as this?
Same one.
So
yeah.
if this breaks off, you tear that off, put that on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take one off the other one, because chances are you're going to break 2.
Does that give you any more visibility? You don't use it for visibility.
Yeah.
anyway,
No.
do you?
Actually, you kind of look over the top of the.
Yeah.
Here. And that's a little bit. I'm short. Rex is tall, and so he might have to build an extension on his to get that wind to go over the top of him. Rob's okay with it the way it is, and they don't make a taller windshield.
You hardly see tall ones anymore on any snowmobiles, do you? All the snowmobiles have short windshials.
Oh God,
like,
yeah.
I like the old ones.
Yeah.
So
And these here, we put this here on here. It's additional bumper. I mean, accessory bumper, just because.
you can buy these?
Oh yeah, it's a regular Arctic Cat accessory.
Add-on, huh?
Yeah.
And this is a
And
skid,
they're light. It's,
skid plate here, huh?
Yep. That's a skid in case you have to hit a tree
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
We try to stay away from that, but it does happen. You know, when you hit going.
Yeah.
We're not going to bring any A-arms along. Like other trips, we brought a full front end along. See, these are left and a right, upper and a lower.
Okay.
But we're not going to bring that. We're just going to go for.
How about engine parts? Are you bringing?
We're not bringing that either. We're going to bring
You could probably get something along the way if you have to, or.
If we have to, we got to draw the line here, and we feel pretty comfortable with these here.
Okay.
We're going to bring a pipe sensor and a few, smaller things, but nothing major, and then some clutch.
Yeah.
We're hard on clutches
Sure.
because of the weight we pull and everything. So we're probably going to bring an extra set of flyweights along because when you run sometimes at a certain speed, you get a dimple in the weight. It's kind of hard to explain unless you're into it, but then we can sand them down. About 3 belts a piece.
3 belts a piece. I was going to ask about the belts.
Yeah.
Because did you go through belts the last time?
No, we had.
You didn't go through belts. I'll get over
we
here
went
so you
through
can
2. 2, and I blew, but the driven clutch went out on them. Well, we had issues with them, pulling that heavy load up to.
What'd you do then?
We had an extra one along.
So that paid off.
We had an extra driven clutch.
So you after this is the 3rd trip, you kind of know what's important.
Yeah.
Priorities on equipment.
But then you got to draw the line. Those heavens, we don't know what to do.
Weight and volume. You got to.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah. And then
You can't believe how strong this is, folks. This is a piece of equipment right here.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be that way when we get home.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, so now tell us about the skis. Anything special about the skis?
They come with a carbide. This is what they call carbide. They put underneath them, and they come with just a stock. Well, here I got the two different ones here. And they haven't said for sure yet, but we're thinking about this. They see this is what's underneath there. This carbide. Okay.
This isn't much different than most machines.
That's a stock one. That's what they come with. So
It doesn't look like much, really.
So we put these here on there. They're made by Woody's. They're a pretty good, and this is called the host bar. See, it's quite a bit thicker.
Yeah.
And that's 6 inches.
Thicker than this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the difference between this and this?
Well, these here wear out. I mean, look, there ain't much there. This got way more meat and potatoes, see?
Okay, so and you say meat and potatoes, there's a different type of
thicker
metal? It's a different metal
thicker,
in there?
bigger carbide and thicker.
Okay,
the
so
host bar is thicker.
Basically bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on this here, we aren't going to put them on, although I did a fair amount of testing last year, no snow, and see this carbide can wear out. See, when you put it on there, that can wear out. And when that's gone, then you're into your ski. Okay? Well, when you wear the ski out, your shirt is out. You know? So, made these shirt deals up, and they go on, between the carbide and the ski, see?
Ah.
See, so, and we wore out.
Another layer.
Another layer, yeah, wear another layer. Like, when we went up to Fairbanks, we ended up doing that on the back of the skis.
Did.
Putting some of that plastic. That's the same material that we make the boggins out of.
So you're bringing some of those?
Yep. I got to make up a few more.
Okay, so you make those up, huh, yourself?
Oh yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
You just file those down?
You just put them up and file them down. So.
Well, this is some pretty tough stuff. It's hard to believe you can wear this, but...
Yeah, that stuff wears actually better than iron.
Iron, yep. Oh,
but that's what's underneath the skis. And then underneath the hood, everything is packed in there tight.
Could we see that?
Huh?
Could you open that to look in the engine?
Here.
Oh.
This whole gizmo comes out here, and then you got the motor down in there. The panels are off on this one. You know, they got the motor, the clutch, and the pipe. That's the coolant. The coolant, yeah. That's the whole
regular
system.
antifreeze.
Oh yeah, it's just 30, 40 below, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, there's the oil tank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but I think you can run probably 250, 300 miles on a tank of oil.
Oh, okay.
You know, before you add, you can run all day pretty much.
Do you bring oil?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you bring gas, but you.
Well, we're all gonna bring 10 gallons of. I got 10 gallons of oil on my boggin right there.
Well, let's take a look at this.
And that's the back. This is an old boggin, that the same one I had up there, but I just turned it around and changed
That's what I mean.
the hitch.
So is it going to be towed backwards now, like it was before?
It's going this way.
Oh, it's going that way.
This is the front.
Okay, that's the front.
It looks like that should be better, but it isn't.
Okay, you tested that out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because
Rex
you weren't sure last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, Rex pulled a lot better, and he had his made like this. You gotta. That's going through deep snow and slush. That one like that, it cuts in too much. So we left on there. So if we have to, we can still hook. We can put 3 boggins together. Like if you happen to have a dead snowmobile or something would happen, you take the gas cans off, set the machine on top, and down the trail you go. You know.
You can't tow a bad snowmobile.
You can.
Really?
Oh yeah, you can take the belt off. You can do it. But
I see what you mean.
But it's easier to haul on.
Yeah. Okay.
On here.
So I see you got 20 gallons on here.
Yep.
Of gas.
Yep, and I could make it more.
That's not a lot of gas, is it?
No, these 2 are full of oil.
Oh.
I'm just putting it on there for testing purposes.
Yeah.
And then we're going to find out about if we have to make that northern loop up there. Then we might have to have another can. These are only 5. They got Rob, I think, and Rex got 6-gallon cans. But we usually work it out. We got enough room to haul it anyhow.
Okay, so each snowmobile's hauling a sled like this.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Full of gas.
Yep.
Oil.
Yep.
And all your.
And then here's extra carbides bolted on here, and extra one set there, another set up here.
How did these sleds wear on your last trip?
Good.
Really good.
Well, we were hard on them. We put new plastic in. I forget some town up there, but
did they have runners underneath here?
Yep. There are 3. There's 3 of them like this product.
Oh, underneath.
2-inch by 3/4 inch. Mm-hmm. And then on the back third, there's 3 carbides. There's one right here, and one right there, and one in the middle. See, to keep it from sliding around.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're running next to a river on a shelf ice or something. See, it'll keep it going
You don't want
straight.
it passing you up.
No, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And then.
Wow. Okay.
But then bags, I don't know what we're going to do. We're starting to get loaded up.
Well, you're getting pretty close here, so.
Yeah. On this one here, I got a different bag now, a waterproof. But this one here, I'm putting like an extra dang zippers on some of these snowmobile suits. They have a tendency to go to heck, you know, and they split. So I'm bringing an extra pair of pants, extra jacket, and in there's a sleeping bag that hopefully we don't need. Then we'll just keep all that stuff bungeed down on here, and then Rob and Rex will have the same thing, and then I'll put what we call like my day pack in there with the basics.
Do you ever worry about getting caught in a storm?
Oh God, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But then you got a sleeping bag you can throw over if you have to.
Yeah. It's you do the wind is bad.
Yeah.
When you can't see each other, you can lose your partner during the day. That's
really.
Yeah. At nighttime it isn't bad because you can see the light, the headlight or the tail light.
Yeah. But
during the day, you can lose them in 20 and 30 feet from and you don't know where they're at. So what happened to me and Rex up in Labrador one time, and we went around, and then finally you started making loops, and then you can pick up the light, the headlight.
Yeah,
see?
Yeah, they're pointing at each other.
Well, yeah. Then if you can see, then you can go. But otherwise, some guys have even tied together if they get into grounds deal with a rope, and not real long, but a 20-foot rope, and go slow so you. Like
don't
I said,
lose each other. It's that bad, huh?
Oh God, yeah. You can't see nothing. You've probably all been in that at some point.
Well, one time or another, but not out in the north part of Canada. I haven't.
Yeah, but that we didn't put extra lights on them. We left just a stock light.
Okay. You had some pretty powerful ones last time. I remember.
Yeah, they had because hopefully we're not going to run in that what they call flat light is a son of a gun. During the day, you can't see nothing. It's you can't read the snow if there's a bump or ice or whatever it is. So you just go. That's why a lot of guys they prefer to run at night. At night, then you can see.
Well, that was one of the questions I had this morning from some of the guys I was meeting with. When do you run?
Well,
during the day, most
during
of the
day,
time.
yeah.
That's the main one, but
because we're not in a race, and usually we leave. Depends upon where we're going. Like we'll scout out. Some of these towns and stuff, it can be a bugger getting in and out of. You know what I mean? Because of the traffic and everything. So usually when we get to some place, we fill everything up, and then we oil up, gas up, and we tour around and find out how to get out of town. You know what I mean? If it, like say you're going to go from here to L&M, the new L&M on the south side of town, you got to you got stoplights and different things
you
to
got to know
deal
where the
with.
trails are too, because otherwise you're going to run. It's all plowed, so where are you going to run on? Just bare.
Oh yeah, well you do a lot of that, like going to gas stations and stuff, But then we do that, and then it depends on where we're going. But most of the time we like to leave right at daybreak or a little bit before.
Oh, you do. Okay.
And that's where the scratchers come in again. Usually, the snow can be, even if there's a lot of snow during the night, ice gets the trails get frozen up and hard, and you get no lube for your track or your slides, and you got to put scratchers down. Early until sometimes the sun comes around and warms up things. So.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, other than that, that's about. Hopefully.
Yeah, a lot of big heavy straps to tie all your stuff down, huh?
Yeah, you got a lot of that, and then.
Yeah, that's tight.
It's
okay,
but these hitches hold up. It's amazing that you can go drag them 5,000 miles and they don't show any wear on that material.
No, that's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you get all. So, Paul, you made these sleds yourself, right?
Oh yeah. So they're all three the same, but they're all three different. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean. It depends upon what kind of aluminum we had, what kind of nuts and bolts, and so on and so forth.
Have people seen your sleds and said, "Hey, that's pretty nice"?
Oh yeah, we
maybe,
get.
might want to.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people comment on them, the different ones. Nothing against the ones they sell around town here, but they won't hold up very well.
I think so.
When you get them,
All right. Well, I think we learned a lot here on your pre-work on your trip here and the equipment. The equipment's everything, of course.
Yeah, you got to have that.
You kind of get a bad attitude after a while if you got bad equipment, right? I mean,
we've been lucky so far.
It's not fun anymore.
We've had some issues, but we try to do our homework the best we can.
Yeah, you're sure doing it. So, okay, from here on, we'll add on to this when you're leaving, and we'll be here with the cameras when you leave, and so we'll catch up on you
Okay.
when you're leaving. You don't know exactly, but it's going to be the middle of February.
Yeah.
And this is almost the 1st of February. So you got
13th or something like that, I think you said.
check you out. And okay, folks, this is 1/3 of the old guys snowmobiling, the 3 old guys, and these guys have been snowmobiling for a long time, haven't they? One of the guys is kind of almost a professional, isn't it? You're going with?
Yeah.
Is he?
Rex, he's done a lot of it.
Is any of them a racer at one time?
Yeah, oh yeah, he did quite a bit of competitive stuff in the day.
Okay. And we'll meet all them too. We'll chat with them on next week. So
Yeah, we've all been around it, you know, and it's kind of, I don't know what it is, it gets in your blood or whatever. I feel fortunate that at least we haven't got a divorce yet.
okay, we'll catch up on you later, and thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.